Market update here on the 11th. So we finished at 366.24, down a little bit. The VIX was pretty negative overall, which is kind of a warning sign in my opinion, because this could shoot right back up and then that's going to cause a sell-off. So I think overall you got to be bearish here, just based on the chart. We are in a demand zone, and on the daily chart, standard deviation, we are below the -2 standard deviation. But the problem is we're making lower highs, and then when I look at individual stocks, I see some more downside. So the first stock we're going to take a look at is Nividia. They have earnings on the 23rd. If we zoom out here to, well, not zoom out, on the daily chart right here, let's just take a look. We are currently, in my opinion, making a fourth wave, and this never completed a fourth wave right here. If we zoom in here a little bit, I think there's a very good chance that we just got a very extended B wave here, because let's just look and see. Comes out to the outside, we never make a new high. It's either that or it's a truncated fifth wave. Kind of hard to say right here, but let's look at the 1.61 fib is, and that hit the 1.61 fib perfectly. So honestly, I'm thinking that this is actually third wave right here, and we're currently in the C wave of a fourth wave. Makes a lot of sense. So this would end up being the overall A wave, B wave, and then this move right here looks to me like an impulse move. I would be looking for anywhere between $307 to $396. Those are my targets for the end of the fourth wave. So then we can zoom in here on the C wave now and kind of go over the waves. So this is my count right here. I got 1, 2, 1, 2, and then right here, this is a third wave, so kind of give you an idea how I do this. Let's see. So on this one, I would normally, if it gets outside the parallel line, but I can tell this is a third wave of a third wave. We bounce, and then this looks like another third wave. So I think that the overall third wave of a third wave is completing right here. There's going to be one more move down, in my opinion, to like low 400s. And then I would be looking for a bounce, potentially all the way up here and filling this gap at 423. And then another move down, I would be targeting probably maybe 380. So, and then that would only be the overall third wave. So let's just say we go to 380, bounce to 402, and then we could get one more move lower. I'd probably be looking for something about the same length as this. So maybe like 365, 370. There is a gap down here, but I don't think we're going to make it down there. We could make it down there. That's the 1.61 fib. That would be a pretty big move. That would be a 20% move, 30% move. So let's just say fifth wave comes down here to 365, 370, which is very interesting because when I looked at the options earlier, IV is high on Nividia. The implied move was like $40 from 410 by September 15th. So that equals 370. So yeah, I'm pretty bearish on Nividia here, and I think that this is just completing though an overall fourth wave. And after that, there should be another move higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm looking for more downside in Nividia. So again, I'm kind of neutral on QQQ because a lot of the stocks are almost hitting their gap fill, but I think that it's probably going to go lower. So I'm not like heavy on calls. I have a few, but I have pretty much the same amount of puts right now. My thinking is if it bounces, we're probably going to go lower anyway, so I can just average into those puts. And if it does keep on going lower on Monday, a bunch, I'll just stop out of the calls and write down my puts. So that's the video. I'm expecting probably somewhere between 360, 380 over the next, let's see, probably the next, maybe the next week or two, probably going into earnings, to be honest. Earnings are on the 23rd. So yeah, probably going into earnings. This might be down here at 360, 380, or maybe it happens after earnings. We'll see. So Nividia looks like lower. Microsoft, I think, lower as well. It made a fourth wave here, I think. And so I'm looking for a fifth wave down here, potentially all the way down here to like 313, 312. So that is also bearish. Let's go over Amazon. So Amazon had a nice bounce here and then just sitting here lower. I think that this is probably going to go lower as well. It looks like the fifth wave ended up being right here. It's kind of hard to tell. So again, though, I think this is a overall first wave, and we are making an overall second wave. Target is somewhere around 133. Meta. So did Meta fill the gap? Let's see. Meta filled the gap. So that's the gap I was talking about in the last video. So it can probably start higher from here. It needs to hold 288, and I would expect a move up here for a third wave. But you never know, it could trickle down here a little bit more before going higher. 288 is the key level to hold. Let's go over Apple. So Apple, same thing as Microsoft and all the rest of the stocks. Probably going to go lower. There's a chance it bounces back up here first to like 180, 181. But again, the gap has still not been filled at 175.81. So probably somewhere in this demand zone we are going to next week. Tesla. So Tesla, same story. These stocks are all the same pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably another move down here into demand at 235. Target maybe 227. Somewhere in this area over the next week. So as you can see, all these stocks are pretty much bearish. So we are in a demand zone. We are way outside the standard deviation. But whatever this formation is right here, it's probably going to head lower. Very tough trading environment right now. If you don't have to trade, you shouldn't be trading this because fourth waves are tricky. It's just a bunch of chop, and it's easy to lose premium if you're trading options. So be careful out there. That's pretty much it for now. VIX, I don't like the fact that this went lower and made new lows going into the end of the day either, because it could be setting up for another move higher. We'll see on Monday, but by making this video, I'm making myself sound like I'm bearish. I'm pretty neutral, but I think I'm slightly bearish just based on the individual charts. Anyway, leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates. Catch you in the next video.